At this time, the officials will
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Stellos Stadium in Nashua. Home tonight to the Nashua High South Purple Panthers, who are playing host in Division I boys football to the Alvirne High School Broncos. I'm John Collins, along with Tom King. It is an ideal fall weather night for football, I would say, Tom.
Ideal if you like cold weather, yes.
To play in, I suppose.
Right, and that's, yeah, it's perfect to play in. A little, you bring the blanket if you're here to watch. And what Nashua South fans are hoping to watch tonight is their team's first win of the year. What Alvirne fans are hoping to watch is, if they can't win the game, is to be competitive, because they've had trouble doing that in the first 2 weeks. So that's been a problem. This is their first year back in Division I after 2 years in Division II, John. And frankly, I don't think the program feels it should be in Division I, and I think they're right. I think that they made the good move down to 2, and they were in the semis last year, and they were in the finals the year before. They developed some good rivalries with local teams, Southegan, Hollis Brookline, and Milford, and I think that was a perfect fit for them. And it's something that the football committee looked at the enrollment figures and said, no, you belong in 1, because we have to move Timberlane down to 2 because they haven't been able to move in 1. Well, guess what? In about 2 or 3 years, you're going to be doing the same thing for Alvirne again, unless they can beef it up. I mean, this is not a good year for them also to have to go up to 1, because they lost a lot of seniors last year and they have a very young team. They have a great coach in Tarek Roth. He's got a great program, very enthusiastic guy, and Kyle Gore, their quarterback, he's their best player on offense and defense. So look for him tonight. John Collins, I will join you probably at somewhat time in the second quarter.
That is Tom King. We'll look forward to talking with Tom more during the course of tonight's game. We are live on Channel 99 in Nashua on a Friday night, October 9. Welcome, everybody, to Stellos Stadium. My cameraman tonight, as always, up top, Tim O'Neill, handling the lens, and our executive producer, Pete Johnson, back in the studio manning the controls tonight. The public address announcer that you will hear is Jason Roby. It is a beautiful night for football if you're a player. Thank you, Jason. So we do have pretty good numbers on the Alvirne side. However, the Panthers usually favored in these games. Alvirne struggling in Division I, as Tom mentioned, over the years. So even though South has yet to win a game this year, they took some pretty tough losses at the hands of North and the Pinkerton Academy Astros last week, scoring just 7 points in each contest. South would seem to be the favored team tonight, but they'll have to play it out. We'll see what'll happen. Tarek Roth, the coach of the Alvirne Broncos. And Scott Knight, of course, the head coach. Outside kick is recovered by the Panthers right near midfield. So that's great field position at the 49-yard line. They'll call it 1st and 10. So promising start to the game for the Panthers as the onside kick try backfires against the Broncos. They've given up about as good a field position as you can give up, barring a kick return into your own end. So we're underway, 12-minute quarters in New Hampshire high school football, 1st and 10. And in the shotgun to receive the snap, hand off to the I-back standing next to him is number 27, Jason Campo. Right up the middle, and not much of a gain there. They're going to call it a gain of a long 1, maybe. It'll be 2nd down and 9 from just over the 50-yard line. On the left hash mark, handling the snaps, Christopher Keefe, quarterback, senior at 5'10", 175 pounds. He hands it off to Campo, trying to turn the corner. He gets tripped up and stumbles forward for 3. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 for the Broncos. They need to get to the 40 or the 41 for a 1st down. Be more like 3rd down and long 4 or 5. Need to get to the 41-yard line for the first down. Could be 2 down territory already. We'll see how the Panthers want to play it. Instead, the hard count draws the defense offside, and it's going to be a free first down, it appears, for the Panthers. They won't have to earn it here on 3rd and fairly long. And there's automatic first down. So first mistake of the game, encroachment against the Broncos defense. A little bit too anxious to get in there and get after Christopher Keefe, and they jumped the snap. So it is a first down and 10 for the Panthers at the 41-yard line of Alvirne. Man in motion, gets the handoff and cuts it through. Good cutback to the right side. Tyler Armeen gets a first down and about 5 more.
Number 21, Tyler Armeen on the carry for the Panthers.
So the Panthers break one on Tyler Armeen's first touch of the game. Very impressive run. He started out left and cut it back through the linebacker area to the right and turned it into about a 13-yard gain. So first and 10 for the Panthers as they are on the move. The keeper, Keefe, has a 1-man to beat, and the tackle made at about the 6-yard line, but another long run on first down for the Panthers, and they are goal to go from the 7-yard line.
Another Nashua South first down.
Some impressive runs back-to-back for the Panthers on first down, moving the chains rapidly. The handoff is to Campo, and he plows his way inside the 5.
27, Jason Campo on the carry.
Still goal to go, of course. It's a 55. Trying to get the tackler on that in the middle. And again, the Alvirne, the defense linebackers looked like they wanted to jump the snap there, but they held back, no encroachment called, and the audible at the line, it appears. It is goal to go from the 3. Campo plowing his way, rugby scrum near the goal line, but not in. They're going to mark it at about the half-yard line. 9:08 to go first quarter, the game's opening possession. The Panthers recovering an onside kick at their own 49-yard line, almost right at midfield, and driving down 50 yards so far. One more will get them in here on 3rd and goal. Campo switches sides on the other side of Keefe. He's going to lead block, and diving in for the score is the quarterback on the keeper. Christopher Keefe puts 6 points up on the board for the Panthers. So South, who scored only a touchdown in each of their first 2 games, have scored a touchdown here in less than 4 minutes in. Going for the extra point now via the kick will be Evan Wilson, on the hold by Christopher Keefe, the quarterback, who just dove across the goal line. The snap is good, the hold is down, and it is a good extra point. 7-0. The Panthers have scored 3 touchdowns this season, and Evan Wilson has been true all 3 times with the extra points. So a quick score by the Panthers. The onside kick pretty much backfiring against the Broncos, and it was a short field that the Panthers took advantage of, driving 51 yards for the score in under 4 minutes of play here in the first quarter. South versus Alvirne at Stellos Stadium on a Friday night, October 9. We're live if you're watching us at this time, and 10/9 on Channel 99. Also, we'll be doing a live telecast tomorrow night with the Bishop Girton Cardinals hosting the North Titans, the Nashua North Titans, who are off to such a fine start this season.
Number 2, Evan Wilson to kick off for the Panthers.
There's a kick that's short, and a good return to about the 38-yard line. Scoring updates tonight. South boys soccer in a 2-0 win over Alvirne with about 30 minutes to go in Hudson. Not a win, excuse me. The game's still going on at 6:30. South was leading Alvirne in a Friday night soccer game with 30 minutes to go. So they're in the second half there in Hudson. So South and Alvirne doing battle on two different venues right now, and simultaneously on a Friday night. On the soccer pitch in Hudson and here on the football field in Nashua. In the shotgun. Keeper Gora tackled in the backfield for what amounted to a sack. So a loss on first down. It'll be second down and about 11. Need to get to the 48-yard line.
Second down and 11. Broncos.
Try to get some numbers on the defensive players to you. Or in the shotgun. Looking to run and pitch it. Downed after a decent gain. Ryan Montgomery wearing number 17 on the carry. It'll be third down and 5 for Alvirne here in their opening possession of the night at Stellos. Gora looking to pass to the right side, overthrows his intended receiver, Kyle Ferrullo. He was open but short of the first down yards to gain, and Gora getting rid of it as he was under pressure, overthrows. So it is a good stop for the Panthers defense. We'll have to see if the Alvirne offense wants to stay on the field and try to convert here on fourth down. Interesting, the center took the ball with him. So it's going to be a shotgun. I don't know if Gore's going to pooch kick. He is. He's going to kick it to an empty field as it bounces inside the 20-yard line. It's going to be down at about the 12. It'll be first down and 10 for South in their second possession of the game, leading 7-0. A 3-and-out for the Broncos, who elected to go the surprise punt way so that there was no return by the Panthers. And good defensive play there on offense for Alvirne to set up South deeper in their own end, certainly than where they started the game at midfield. And they'll have further to go here to double up on that 7-0 score. 7:06 to go in the first quarter. South in their purple home uniforms against Alvirne in their visiting whites. Here's a Tyler Armine breaking it to the outside, shoved out of bounds, but not after a 17-yard gain out to the 32-yard line. Actually, that was more like a 15-yard gain, maybe. Armine, very impressive both times he's touched the ball tonight, nearly breaking it the distance. Moves the chains again. Here's the handoff. Fake to Campo. He's going to hit Armine in the flat. He drops the ball and looks like Alvirne pounced on it. That would be number 42, Tyler Allen. Tyler Allen was there to make the tackle, and Armine inexplicably just had the ball go out of his hands prior to contact, it appeared. It slipped out of his fingers, and right there to pounce on it was Allen, the junior outside linebacker, who did a good job of corralling Armine and might have faked himself out as he dropped the ball there on the turf. First and 10 for Alvirne, the break that they were looking for here early. Second possession and terrific field position at the 32-yard line. I think that the 26-yard line of South. Inside the 25, they need to get to about the 12 for a first down. Get the ball to the 21. And need to get to the 17, so they need 4. It's second down and 4 for the Broncos. Gora under center, hands it off to the I-back, and there's nothing there trying to go up the middle except a bunch of purple jerseys and a big pile. So that's down at the 21 and maybe a half yard. It's still about 4 yards to go to get the first down.
No gain on the play. Third down and 3 for the Broncos.
Ball on the 21. Need to get to the 17. The play clock goes down. They get it away. Gora with the keeper trying to find a seam. He is close to the 20, but needed to get about 3 more. And it's probably fourth down play coming for Alvirne after getting stopped there on third down. They'll spot it at the 20 or so. It's is it COVID rules that the center takes the ball into the huddle? Because that's referees don't touch the ball, so the center takes it with him into the huddle, and he spots it where they tell him to, though. Gora under center. It's fourth down and short. The handoff to 17, and that's Bryant Montgomery off right tackle, and it's going to be close, but it looks like the ball is going to change hands on downs. A good yard short of the stop. Cody Good on the tackle for the Panthers, the 5'7" sophomore, coming up big there to basically the same as a turnover, making that tackle short of the line to gain. And it's going to be the third offensive possession of the night for the Panthers, leading 7-0. Alvirne committing the first penalty, but South with the first turnover on the fumble by Tyler Armine. I would look for the Panthers to go right back to Armine, who is an effective offensive player. They're going to hit a wide open receiver down the left side. Good play action. Alvirne bought the fake on the run, and a receiver getting loose behind the secondary was Connor Roselle. Roselle is a junior, 5'8", 205. Not your typically built wide out, but there's another fumble by the Panthers, and it looks like this time one of the Panther linemen was on the spot and covered up the mistake quickly so that Alvirne couldn't recover their second fumble of the night. Meanwhile, it's a loss of 5 yards on the play, and will bring up second down and 15. So ball behaving in a slippery way tonight as it slipped out of the fingertips of first Tyler Armine and now Christopher Keefe, the quarterback. Fortunately for him, it might have been one of the pulling linemen that jumped on that ball so that there was no turnover. Second and 15. Dropping back to passes Keefe. He throws it before he's hit. A blitz from the linebacker around the right side. The blind side of Keefe. He did get it away, and it goes incomplete. Good coverage down the field by the Broncos. Playing safety back there. Number 24, Andrew Porter, the junior defensive back. Did a good job of monitoring that play. So it's still 15 yards to go. Third down now for the Panthers. Need a big play to keep this drive alive. Keefe looking down the middle, being pursued. He's going to be sacked. Terrific pursuit and tackle by Liam O'Neill. The senior defensive lineman got in there and blew the play up, and it is a punting situation for the Panthers. Another 11 yards lost, so Instead of going for it on 4th and 26, it will be a punting play here for Nashua South. As South shuttles a player into the game late. And punting to the left. It's going to come down at about the 30, and a nice bounce for the Panthers as it goes out of bounds just inside the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Broncos. Ball spotted at the 29, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Alvirne. Broncos did register a few 1st downs in their previous possession, but they got stopped on 4th and 4 in the red zone. One-step drop. Gore is going to fire it to the left. It goes off the fingertips of the intended receiver, number 81, Alvin Toomey. Toomey with some good height. Gore actually hit him in the hands, but couldn't secure it. So it falls to the turf. Clock stops, 2:46 to go, 1st quarter. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. Lead officials trying to get the attention of somebody on the sideline. He's talking to Jerry Holland, the lead trainer here tonight. It appears that's where the conversation is between Jerry Holland on the sideline there holding the towel, and also Coach Knight is involved in the conversation. Some sort of rules advisory being given here to both sides. First, the Alvirne High coach, secondly, the Alvirne High coach Tarek Roth, following his conversation with Scott Knight. All set. Gora, meanwhile, had time to go to the sideline and get a verbal on the next play, which is 2nd down and 10. After the incomplete pass. Gore, another one-step drop, looking to pass, and he's swallowed up. Getting right into the backfield was Jason Campo, I believe. Campo just splitting the defenders, and with the sack right up the middle, an unstoppable force was Jason, the 6', 230-pound senior, blowing that play up. And it wasn't really a situation where Gore is wasting a lot of time. It was a one-step drop, and suddenly Jason Campo was in his face. 2:13 to go, clock running with the Broncos on their heels here. 3rd down and 18. Gore looking to his left, fires it down the field. He's got a man open, and he is got it. A nice tumbling catch for Andrew Porter out by the 45-yard line. The ball slightly underthrown. Porter made a nice adjustment to twist his body around and put the brakes on and then scoop it off the turf. A nice reception for Porter there on a flutterer by Gora, but it got the job done in the end thanks to a nice play by the receiver, Porter. 1st and 10 for the Broncos following their biggest play of the night so far. Gora under pressure, flushed out of the pocket, running right, throwing right, and it's over the head of the intended receiver, Toomey. Alvin was pretty much covered over there, although there was a height mismatch on the right side. Alvirne may be featuring the passing game more than we anticipated tonight, with the great target that Toomey presents. Number 81 on the top right of the screen. Again, Tyler Amin is on coverage, and there's about a foot difference between those two players. He's going to go over there. There's the catch by Toomey, He needed to get about 3 more for the first down. Armin with the nice tackle immediately. No yards after catch there for Thumi. So it'll be 3rd down and a long 3 or 4 yards. 3rd down and 4, we'll call it. Ball at the 47-yard line of, like that 48-yard line of the Panthers. Ora with all kinds of targets to the right. He hands it off to the I-back straight up the middle. And that's number 17 for the Broncos, Bryant Montgomery with the carry. So it'll bring up 4th down and 2. Alvirne going for it here on the south side of the field. But they got stopped on the previous 4th and short. Let's see what the play call is here. Timeout is called, and it is taken by the Broncos. They want to talk about this 4th and 2 play, try to come up with something that will solve the Panthers' defense and allow them to maintain possession. It is just a 1-score game at the moment. The Panthers scoring on the opening drive, going 51 yards after recovering an onside kick. It was a 1-yard quarterback keeper, a plunge by Christopher Keefe for the game's only score so far. It is a 7-0 Panther advantage. They scored 7 points in their first game against North, 7 against Pinkerton. They already have 7 here against the Broncos, but Alvirne threatening to drive down the field and tie it up. But first, they need to come up with something successful here on 4th and short. Welcome, everybody. If you're watching us on a Friday night, October 9, we are live from Stellos. It is Alvirne visiting the Panthers of Nashua South. On Saturday night, October 10, we'll be live with Bishop Girton hosting Nashua North right here at this same venue. Promises to be another good game here on Nashua ETV. Alvirne coming out of that timeout with their play called. And let's see what it is on 4th and 2 to keep the drive alive. Gora's going to go under center, and he's going to drive forward, trying to keep it for 2 yards, and it's nothing doing. South just blowing that play up. May have lost a yard on the play. Trying to gain 2, lost 1, and it is another situation where the Panthers have great field position near midfield, 1st and 10. So South not fooled at all by that play call. They were ready for the quarterback sneak attempt. And let's see what the Panthers come up with. 1st and 10 here at their own 46-yard line. Direct snap. Keefe is going to follow his blocks, and he's got good 5 yards, 5 or 6 yards on the 1st down carry off of right tackle. Jason Campo, when he's not carrying the football, is a formidable blocker at 6'2" and 230, number 27 there in the middle of your picture. And all that Keefe has to do is follow big number 27 and his lineman. And usually you're guaranteed pretty good gain here on 1st down against the Broncos. At least they've been able to reel off a few. And we have gone to the break here. First quarter's ended, 7-0. The Panthers of Nashua South lead it here at Stellos.
Once again, a reminder to all.
Pretty much a defensively dominated game so far.
The home team will be allowed admission. You must have a ticket to enter. However,
Aside from the
game is
opening
being
drive.
broadcast live on Channel 99 here in Nashua or online at NashuaNH.gov, the ETV live stream.
So very short walk for the chain gang as they switch places. 1st down marker and the line to gain. It'll be Panthers going from right to left when we resume on your screen here on Nashua TV. At the same time, this game's going on tonight here at Stellos. South Boys Soccer and Alvirne Boys Soccer have been doing battle at Alvirne High School in Hudson. In the second half, we had a score from earlier that South was up 2-0 in that boys soccer game. So South with a widespread formation here. Looks like Keefe could do just about anything out of this. When he wants to hand it off to Campo, who knocks down the first would-be tackler and plows forward to close to a first down. On 2nd and 4, let's see where they spot it. It's going to be 3rd and inches. I don't know if they're going to ask him to measure it or the nose of the football very close to where they need to go for a first down. And matter of fact, I would say they got it. The spot on the field shows the nose of the football beyond the first hash mark there, and the down marker is this.
Timeout for a measurement on the field.
If the 10 yards chain remains true, the first down should come down right in the middle of the football. Oh yeah, length of the football.
Result of that play, good
so
for another Nashua
I don't know if that was a
first
request
down
by the head linesman or it came from Scott Knight, but they were about to run 3rd down, and it was something you probably could have eyeballed there that they had made it. 1st and 10 for the Panthers on Alvirne's 44-yard line. They have 2 receivers split near side left. Campo in the backfield is going to block for Keefe off right tackle. He has got a short gain on first down. Credit the Alvirne defensive line for bogging that one down early. And a gain of only 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8, ball spotted at the 42-yard line of Alvirne. We're underway in the 2nd quarter here at Stellos. 7-0. South leads it, looking to double up that score as they drive into the Alvirne end of the field. The handoff and a good cutback. Bryant, well, that's the number 34, Connor Rousell on the carry. A nice cut to the right there in the middle of that run. And
by number 84,
Brendan Graham on the tackle
Nashua South, first down
for Alvirne. So they move the change again to the Panthers. It's 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 32-yard line of Alvirne. 10.5 minutes to go. In the shotgun, again following a block by Campo, and Keefe has a big chunk on first down inside the 30, close to the 25.
Once again, number 84, Brendan Graham.
Call it a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Pickup of about 6 on the play. 2nd down and 4 for the Panthers.
So for the most part, everything is working offensively for South. They were victimized by their own drop earlier in the first half. Keefe spinning out to the right side and gets it to maybe the 25-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 3rd down and 3.
Tackled on the play there by number 31, Craig Franey.
See if Keefe dares to put the ball up in the air here. He certainly has enough receivers over there. Armin's in motion, and he is not going to get the handoff. He fakes to him, he draws, he's got a man open. It is complete over the defense. Number 17 is Jaden Murphy, the senior running back, getting deep behind the defenders and dropping it in there perfectly after the fake to Armin was Christopher Keefe. 6 more points for the Panthers. Well-designed play for South and great execution by Keefe and Jaden Murphy on the reception. Nearly batted down by the deepest Alvirne defender, but it just got beyond his outstretched grasp. And it is a 13-6 lead. Is that delay a game? Oh, procedure? It's going to make it a little bit more difficult to kick this extra point for Evan Wilson. Unusual call there, lining up in the neutral zone on an extra point. So kicking it from the 14 would be about a 24-yard extra point here for Wilson, and it's short. Blocked at the line.
Kick is no good.
A little bit low, somebody got a hand on it. So it is 13-0.
Stellos Stadium, your score, Nashua South 13, Alvirne 0.
Nashua South leads 13-0.
Number 2, Evan Wilson will tee it up for the Panthers.
So coming off that blocked PAT, Evan Wilson teeing it up and will do the kickoff here from the 40-yard line.
Deep for the Broncos.
Andrew Porter deep to receive, and it will get to him on a bounce. Cuts it back to the middle, up the middle. Porter stuck there and stopped at about the 32-yard line. Tackle made by Cody Good. Cody Good with a nose for the football tonight on defense. The biggest player on the field, but he sure knows how to tackle at 5'7", 165 pounds. And only a sophomore. You got the reference. I'm old too. Jason confirms we're both old. Right hash mark. Throw up for grabs, but it's received. Coming back from it, was that Dooney? Number 81 for the Broncos, Alvin Toomey. Coming back to the football, and a ball that appeared to have been thrown up for grabs, but it turns into an Alvirne first down at the 44-yard line. So Alvirne would love to score here and interrupt this scoreless streak that they're on. Getting stopped on 4th down a couple of times tonight. Gore is under center. He's got Toomey split to the right. He's going to run off left tackle. That is Bryant Montgomery on the carry. Tackled by Drew Fleury.
Second down and 8.
Fleury, the punter slash defensive back slash wide receiver, making the tackle there on a short gain. Second down and 8. Broncos have had some success throwing the ball, not so much running it. Gore trying to get loose on these quarterback keepers, but they've been dogging him tonight. Heavy hit, Bryant Montgomery up the middle, and not much there. It is at the 48-yard line. 3rd down and 6.
76, Jimmy Brown.
So it is continually 3rd and 4th down here for the Broncos. Tough sledding as they try to make progress against this South defense. They may be going back up into the air here on 3rd and 6. Trying to find somebody open. The handoff, Brian Montgomery stumbles after the first hit, but it gets past the line of scrimmage, gets maybe 3 on the play. Needed 6, got 3, so it's going to bring up 4th down and 3 yards to go. Decision time for Tarek Roth. Crediting on the tackle, Lorenzo Abreu and Tyler Armin. So Alvirne needs to dip into that playbook and come up with another 4th down idea. What they have come up with so far has not worked. Soccer final in Hudson, Nashua South 3 and Alvirne nothing. This boys soccer game that was going on simultaneously now ended at Alvirne High School. Flag before the snap, and this will make it even more difficult. I don't know if Coach Roth might want to punt it now. It's going to be 4th down and 8.
4th down and 8 now for Alvirne.
Ball spotted at the 46 after that miscue. So Gora did a pooch kick earlier, maybe going back to it here. And I think he is going to punt this ball. Down the middle, it's going to go over the deep man, and the bounce is a good one for Alvirne. Doomy's good decision there to catch it on a bounce. And it's going to set up the Panthers 1st and 10 deep in their own end after the punt play by Alvirne. They've had a couple of pooch kicks like that kind of caught the Panther defenders by surprise and gave Panthers difficult field position 2 times now. They'll start at their own 14-yard line, 1st and 10. South leading 13-0. They've had a few hiccups though offensively, as they've had 2 fumbles and 1 was lost. And now there's a flag before the Panthers snap the football.
It's going to be against South.
Legal substitution.
Well, Alvirne hasn't done a bad job, John. They just haven't been able to get those 1st downs when they need it. You know?
Yep. They've tried to dip into the playbook, Tom, on 3rd and long and 4th and long. And
they shouldn't be in 3rd and long, 4th and long. That's the problem.
Right.
You know, they need to, they needed to take advantage of that turnover.
A fumble by Armin and gave the Broncos possession almost in the red zone. There's a carry by Campo, and there's a flag flying in the middle of it.
That's the flag happy crew.
It appears to be so.
You can tell. You can tell.
You can tell when they're calling illegal formation on a point after
touchdown, really, right? You know?
And face mask called against the Broncos. So that's a bad break for Alvirne. Of course, coaches would say you create your own break in that instance.
It's only a 5-yard penalty.
Only 5-yard.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not really a 1st down play, but it is still 1st and 5. Easier for the Panthers to come out of their own perhaps.
Much.
Campo off left tackle, has got some blockers, cuts it up, bowls over a defender. And,
powerful runner.
Yeah.
John, I have a
Kyle
picture.
Ferrulo got the worst of that one.
I have a picture of him rushing, coming down on Gora in the last series on that 1st down pass that Gora threw that was complete. Just got it off in time. And then I went to say, I said, who is that? And then I waited to see him line up next play. And I said, oh, it's got to be a huge defensive lineman. It's Campo.
Oh,
he is that big. He
Yeah.
is huge.
He looks like the Cam Newton out there. That,
oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
The,
you know,
he's 6'2" and 230.
Yeah.
He's a man among boys in
no
many
kidding.
instances. And unfortunately, Kyle Ferrulo found out on that carry.
Boy, did he ever.
Left tackle.
Yep. Did he ever.
That's a situation
and
where
I got some shots of that from up here.
Yeah.
You know, and you can see right away that they're just.
He's got Division I size.
Oh, he'll go 1. He's got to go 1.
He's hunting people to knock
I
over.
mean, if they're not looking at him now, I mean, because he's a senior, they got to make it. You know, this is the year. So I haven't seen his brother carry the ball tonight.
Well, Jason spotted him on a crutch, I believe, earlier.
Oh, that's a big hurt. That's a big loss.
It is.
Because he's their speed guy, but that's where Armin comes in. See, Tyler Armin is kind of a scat back type.
Yeah.
You know, Josh has grown a little bit, but Armin can get some of those yards, and he has already tonight in a couple situations.
Yeah, they got Joshua listed at 210, so he's
he's beefed up over the last year.
He'll probably be 220 by this time next year.
I mean, you could tell. Exactly. You could tell last year who was the younger of the two. Now I think it's kind of.
You have to look twice.
Yeah, exactly.
Left hash mark now. Jason Campo is the I-back in this formation. Christopher Keefe's been following him on some blocking quarterback keeper plays. Now the pitch, Armin's got it, and he's got some room, slips the tackle,
and there you go.
Alvirne territory.
There you go. That's what Armin can do. You know, I mean, it's a nice shovel pass by Keefe to surprise the Broncos. They probably felt he was going to stick with the the ball carry because he hadn't cocked his arm back, and he just pushes it ahead to Armin.
Yeah. So you'll figure in the passing yardage there for Keefe because, as Tom said, it was a shovel pass forward. And unfortunately for Alvirne, they could not get to Armin before he put the Jets on. Overthrows his intended receiver who was open on the right side.
It's all about timing with this South offense. It's much more based in timing than a lot of other offenses that we see. You know, that's the way they play it. And it's going to take them more than a couple of games to get that timing down. And Scott and I just hope that everything is all A-OK in about 3 weeks when they're ready to play in the playoffs.
On 2nd and 10.
Keefe, nope.
Handoff to Armin following the block.
I watched Keefe. I thought he was going to run with it.
And Armin close to the first down yardage.
He's got about another yard and a half to go, maybe, down to the 38-yard line.
Yep, and it will be 3rd down.
3rd and a half a yard, maybe.
Keefe, shotgun. His Campo right next to him, hands it to him. He's got the first down. He plows his way.
Why would you give it to anybody else in that situation, right? Right?
Yes.
I mean, why would you give it to anybody else? If Campo can't get half a yard against an fairly undersized Alvirne team, then he doesn't belong in Division I. You know what I mean? So it's a great run by Campo, and he took bodies with him.
Liam O'Neill's helmet comes off, so by rule he has to
leave,
take
right?
Play off.
Yep.
Campo just bullying his way down the field.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean,
collecting bodies as he goes.
I'd just give it to him. Yep. Let him do his thing.
All right, and he gets it again. This time,
gang
tackle before he can get going, and that's the key. Getting into the backfield, and 84 in on the tackle. Graham, Brendan.
You know, one thing I don't see the South offense use too much, and I think with a back like Campo, you can get away with it, and it would be very effective. Play action. Play action to Campo, you know?
Yeah.
Fake the handoff to Campo and then just, throw it down the middle. Maybe they don't have a true tight end, I don't think.
Rolling to his right, looking to pass, and tackled, a sack on the play. Number 84, Brendan Graham, got in the backfield.
You know what happened there? Graham beat Campo. He got a step on him. And Campo turned around and held his arms out and wasn't able to reach him.
Yeah, that's probably the one thing that Jason Campo can't do, pass blocking, unless he's had some instruction in that. He looks like an offensive lineman, but he's a skill guy, and that time Graham beat him on the pass rush, tripping up Keefe, and it's 3rd down and 15. See what they come up with here, if they'll go back up to the air.
They're blitzing here.
They are throwing, and it's blocked at the line.
Yeah, good job by Alvirne.
Telling you, the one thing, Brendan Graham.
The one thing that Tarek Roth gives these guys is a compete edge.
Yeah.
You know, he's a compete type coach. He's fire and brimstone.
I'll tell you, Brendan Graham is competing on this drive.
He sure is, isn't he?
He's created this 4th and 15 after the sack and the bat down, making life miserable for the moment for Christopher Keefe, who's got to come up with some kind of big play here to keep the drive alive.
You got to think that Armin is in play here somehow. Now they have trips right.
Yep. You're right.
But you've got to think that it's
got to watch him a little bit.
Got to think that Armin is a guy they're going to be looking for.
Let's see what the pass rush produces. And they get in there. The throw is going to be short, but caught.
Looks like it was caught.
It is incomplete. They say it hit the far sideline. Official said it hit the turf. And it was the great pressure on the quarterback that was the difference there. As Jaden Murphy was just turning around as the ball arrived. And I think Christopher Keefe would have made a better pass had he not been hit as he threw.
Well, the pass rush for Alvirne, their pass rush, John, against, a young and experienced line that Nashua South has, is doing the job.
Yes. So if South is forced to throw as they were there, Alvirne's got a chance. Right now they're down by
Need
2
points.
scores.
That's the problem. See, the problem is I don't think they're going to be able to score enough points in this game.
Flat out, yeah.
Gora just dropped for 2 yards. There's not too many players that South has to worry about.
Yeah, one of them is Thuney. He's shown some promise, number 81.
Right.
He's
and
got
we got a
size
penalty
mismatch.
against South, another face mask call.
Okay.
So let's see what they're going to do here. They'll take the penalty and probably mark off 5 or more than that. 5. So it's a 5-yard penalty.
I think you're right about the difficulty scoring, Tom, and what Alvirne may have some hope about is a scoop and score, something on defense maybe, to produce unexpected results.
Yeah, they need a strip sack and a pickup and a run,
Take advantage of that pass rush maybe and produce something that way. One-step drop, Gore's going to throw right sideline. He's got Thuney, the big receiver, goes up and gets it. Triple teamed, and he brings it down for an Alvirne first down.
That's a great catch. An even better throw in double coverage, John.
Yeah.
What number is Thuney?
81.
Yeah.
He is the Alvirne Gronko.
He sure is. Good term. If he does it any tonight, you may see that in print.
I would love it.
Yeah.
I'd be honored.
But of course, I'd be the one getting all the praise.
That's fine. I'll be your ghostwriter.
That's the way it should be.
You do all the hard work. You can have it. That was a nice catch to go up there in traffic and bring it down.
15-yard gain.
He's got the height advantage.
Yep.
There's the whistle before the snap.
Somebody moved.
Yeah. Delay
a game. Oh, you hate to see that.
Don't want that after a nice first down.
Yeah, exactly. Those are one of those.
Shoot yourself in the foot.
And it's you've got a senior quarterback who probably should know better there.
Right. Maybe not enough experience with those long pass plays, getting up to the line and getting it off.
They had those last year and the year before. Kyle Gore is
He's a 4-year starter.
Yeah, this isn't his first rodeo, so that's a tough. Bringing the play in from the sidelines. They don't have the luxury of the headsets and the radios.
Now they
and
probably
else.
have to change it. It was going to be a run by Craig Freeney, number 31. Let's see what they come up with here on 1st and 15. 2:25 remaining in the first half. Time becoming a factor. Long throws, overthrow, and it's an easy pick for Jaden Murphy. Murphy's got 1 touchdown already, trying to score on defense. He's tackled at the 40-yard line, and now it's South that has the next best chance to score before the end of the first half. An overthrow clearly by Gora. He had a receiver in the vicinity, but it turned into just almost a fair catch by Murphy, playing the role of the center fielder.
Yeah, those are the mistakes that hurt you, and you can't get away with them at this level. And you're right, John. Murphy playing center field just catches that line drive and runs with it, right?
Yeah, can of corn.
Yeah, easy. It was almost like a punt.
2:21 to go first half, and the Panthers with the turnover. See if they can take advantage. Going right to left here, Jason Campo, the bruising running back, standing to the left of Keefe. He's going to act as a blocker here as the quarterback for South.
And it's a nice block.
He gets to the 30. He's trying to turn the corner, and he stumbles out of bounds, but a huge gainer on first down. Stops the clock as well.
Huge gain. If he had just been able to do a little two-step along that sideline, he had a touchdown.
You're right. If he planted his left foot and stayed in bounds.
Yep.
His momentum really is what stopped that. His momentum took him out of bounds. So it's 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the
15, I believe, right? 26-yard gain. Up.
Broncos
And they get him again.
approached.
Second
Unless
time.
somebody moved. Let's
Second
see.
time they've jumped. I don't think so. I think that's going to be on Alvirne.
It was on the hard count.
Yep.
You're right.
You wonder. Everybody wonders in pro football and even here where there's no fans or no noise how they can jump off sides. Well, it's the cadence. It's
Yeah.
the count, and that's what does it. You know, they're fooled by the cadence.
Right.
Even at the pro level. 1st and 5 at the 10.
Kind of like the aggression, but you have to be disciplined.
Right.
And,
exactly.
Fooled a few times tonight by that Christopher Keefe cadence. Hand off to Campo, off right side.
Boy, who's going to stop him? Well, they did. They had a nice job
Number
tackling.
42
Ooh,
flag fly. Let's
yeah.
see what that is.
Maybe a hold ahead of Campo.
Tyler Allen with a nice tackle, tripping up Campo. Will await what the flag is.
Holding, yep. Figured that.
Wow. So if you're Scott Knight and your team got called for holding while Jason Campo's carrying the football, I imagine he'd tell him you don't need to hold.
Yeah, I would say.
Just throw a decent block.
I would say you see this white line along this field, you're running that about 20 times on Monday. You know?
Yeah.
You know, that's
yeah.
That's
Let
what
him
you
knock
say.
the guy down. If you can't block him, then don't hold him.
Right.
But it's a big call because
they are back at the 20, I believe, right?
Yep. 1st and 12. Spot foul, I guess. So because Campo had gained so much, doesn't drive him back all that much. So he's really lose 2. To the right, Keefe. And he's inside the 10, out of bounds, down near the 5-yard line. Let's see where they spot it. Coming from about the 13-yard line, he takes it down.
Yeah, they were out further than that.
Oh,
they were out by the 20, just inside the 20.
Sorry, they were up near the 18.
Oh,
so,
yeah. So Keefe gets down to maybe the 9-yard line.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, you got 10 yards
10
on
yards
that, so it'll be.
1:40 remains in the first half, and Campo is going to just tumble easily into the end zone. Jason Campo scores his first touchdown of the night. They had a quarterback sneak by Keefe. They had a pass to Jaden Murphy, and now it's Jason Campo who does the honors with a 3rd touchdown of the night for Nashua High South, and they lead it 19-0.
Yeah, they convert the turnover, which is what you want to do just before the half. And instead of going for 2, they won't chase the points here, so they'll take the PAT if they can get it.
Evan Wilson on the hole by Keefe, gets it down on kind of a high snap, and good execution by the Panthers on the PAT. 20-0 is the score. Alvirne staring up at a 20-0 deficit with a minute and a half to go here in the half number 1 at Stellos.
2 touchdowns for Campo. Got the touchdown pass by Keefe, which I was right there to take the photo, and it came out a little blurry.
Yep.
Unfortunately, but
Pete feeding us the score from Hudson, Tom, where there was a boys soccer game going on simultaneously.
Alvirne and South. Alvirne and South started at 5:30.
Yes, and South has defeated Alvirne 3-0.
Yeah, which is 1 more goal than they had on Monday. They beat them 2-0 on Monday.
Okay, back to back in the South Alvirne rivalry week. We've also been covering BG North rivalry week with volleyball and soccer, and now it's going to be football tomorrow night right here at Stellos. Myself and Tom King.
Like I said, John, I'm seeing way too much of you.
Right now you're seeing me through glass. That's cool.
No, actually, John, I'm not seeing you at all.
Oh, yeah, you're back to me. That's right.
That's the way it should be.
Oh, boy.
I mean, really, right? And I am wearing layers, knowing that I'd be outside.
You know, other
tonight.
broadcast teams, they get along, like, you know, Aikman and Joe Buck.
We're not other broadcasters. That's all I can say. We have our own unique style.
Yeah,
we hate
do.
each other now. Actually, I mean, there are situations where broadcasters have hated each other.
Oh, yeah.
Boomer Esiason and Al Michaels.
The whole history of Monday Night
there
Football,
there
right?
was no love lost between those two, and that's why
Esiason.
Boomer only did 1 year.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Oh, they hated each other.
I didn't realize
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Hated. I mean, really hated.
Ooh, you got the inside scoop.
Yep.
Ball hit the turf, and Ferrullo was the intended receiver. Kyle trying to keep his hands under that, but he couldn't, so he was open. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
You know,
Alvirne shifts more to the
if
passing
you're
game.
Nashua South, you have a chance, maybe. If you can get,
Yep,
if you
as
can
you're
get,
throwing the ball and throwing incompletions.
if you get 2 more incompletions out of this without
Yeah.
having to use any timeouts, which I think you've got 3 left. You haven't used one yet.
Cora's looking to pass again to the left. He's got a receiver.
Oh, nice
what
catch.
a great grab. Going up and getting it was number 24, Andrew Porter.
What a great catch.
They got some good receiver gloves on this team between
they-
Tooney and Porter. And
They do. You know, the problem is they're playing all.
hands.
The problem is, John, they're playing all the iron. They had to play Salem and Goffstown to start, and now they're here playing against Nashua South, which
Yeah.
isn't quite the iron, but still, you know, a team that's probably on paper better than they are, and they are better on the scoreboard as well.
so Alvirne moving the ball via the air with 1:16 to go in the half. Gore going to throw again down the right side. He's going
He's
to
got a
Tooney.
man.
What an almost great
Almost,
one-handed
he had
grab.
that one hand bring it in, and it got knocked away. The double coverage there is what caused the incompletion.
I'll tell you what, he just mistimed
Well,
that
the
leap a
thing
little
is,
bit.
if you had one man on him, and it's
Yeah.
just the safety or just the corner, no way. But the safety got in there to kind of bother him a little bit. He wasn't able to corral the ball because he got that ball with the one hand and brought it down, and the safety broke it up, if I'm not mistaken.
Might be onto something there. It would have been some kind of catch if he held on. It is 2nd and 10. Gore's going to throw again. He's going back to Tooney.
Yeah, it's
And
one-on-one.
it's over his head.
One-on-one that time. There
You
was
know,
no safety help.
I tell you what, Tom,
But Armin has the speed to stay with him.
Armin is a foot shorter. I mean, he doesn't have to throw it perfectly. He just has to make it a jump ball.
That's why, you know what, with Tooney, don't go deep.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
go about 15 yards and then let him catch it, and then he's got a smaller guy on him. Maybe he can shake
Well,
him
I
and
tell
run.
you what, Armin brought him down immediately on one play earlier. I'm not saying that's going to happen every time, but the yards after catch was
Doing it again, and that time
Yeah.
they do go short and it's overthrown.
Yep.
And now you got a situation where you got to punt the ball probably. And if you don't punt it and don't get the first down, South gets it in the middle of the field with a
Yeah.
chance to drive all the way down.
1 minute even. The clock is stopped.
Yeah,
Decision time for Tarek Roth.
What I mean, in my mind, you kick it.
Yeah, and you know what? He's had very successful pooch punts. Is that what you call them?
Right.
You know, the quick kicks, and that's
And there's no pooching here. This is a straight punt unless he fakes it.
he's punting. Yeah, and it's a good spiral on
Yeah.
that. They have to actually run that down.
Well, let it go now.
Yeah.
And that, you know, that's the best case scenario. If they couldn't get the first down, you know, and they have to play, have them start at the 48-yard line.
Yeah,
you know?
well done. It was at the 10 when it
Yep.
stopped rolling. So 1st and 10 for South. I don't know if they're going to try to.
You know, if
Come
I'm
out of
South 20-0 lead, I just take the knee and walk in or hand off. I don't even know if I hand off, John. I just take the knee. Alvirne only has one timeout left, so I would take the knee. You could run clock 30 seconds off, and then you're out of there. You know,
Yep.
that's the way I would do it. But we'll see.
Strange
See
what
what
things
Scott.
will
Well,
happen,
we'll
you
see
know.
what Scott Knight wants to do. And
Yeah, he
an
might-
offensive
Might
coordinator
want
Bill.
to just take advantage
Yeah.
of the 48 seconds to run a play and see how it works and
coord-
no
yeah,
fear, you know.
And coordinator Bill Munson. Let's see what they want to do.
Yeah.
Oh, they line up in a shotgun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't see it, you know. But they're going to run a safe play,
Yep.
you know.
And holding on to it. There's one man to beat, and Porter's able to drag him out of bounds with one
Yeah,
hand.
with one hand. Porter had him and had him by the shirt tail. Or actually, you know, close, you know, the
He's
upper
close
part.
to breaking it is what he was.
Exactly. So
That would
much,
only been a 90-yard run,
yeah,
Tom.
so much for me and my knee, huh? I guess
Oh, my
that's,
gosh.
yeah, you
Well,
know.
Scott Knight knows his personnel, and he knew that was a safe play, and it nearly was a 90-yard touchdown run for the Panthers.
Instead, it's a 24-yard gain. So,
And he gets out of bounds on top of it.
yeah.
So pretty impressive. Again, run to the left. And a big running room for Keefe. He's down inbound. I think call him out of bounds at the 50. So the clock stops at 32 seconds left. Despite the fact they're running on every play, Panthers are getting big yards and stopping the clock.
41 yards on 2 plays.
Other scores coming in via Pete Johnson.
And they haven't had to use a timeout.
That's the key. Exeter over Central in the second quarter, 21-7.
Tough year for Exeter.
Doing well tonight, though. Long pass down the middle, and it is incomplete. Intended for Jaden Murphy.
It's all right. You got 27 seconds left to play
Stops
with.
the clock with 27 seconds left.
What I try here is the old hook and ladder.
Hook and ladder.
Bob Aylward used to use that all the time back in the early 90s with Nashua. He brought that up from Tewksbury. I don't know, what's this? You know,
Yeah.
boom. High school teams weren't ready for it. Produced
Yep.
produced some points for him until they all caught on.
Right. 27-0. South has a chance to add to it. 20-0. Excuse me. 27 seconds left to go. They're trying to make it 27-0.
You could even get 3 points out of this with your kicker.
Keep being chased to the right sideline. He gets out of bounds. He's inside the 45. That took
Got about 7 yards.
seconds off the clock.
So you got 20 left, but you got a 3rd and 3. So now you have to worry about a 3rd down.
Yeah.
You're at the 44.
I think they want to throw it, though, even though they could probably run for a first down here.
Yeah, I think I'm surprised they ran it that time.
Yeah.
Running it to the short side.
Yeah, but let's see what they come up with. Armin, the key figure in these types of situations, 3rd and 5. Number 21 is in the slot there. And
right
Keith's
over the
gonna
middle,
fire
he's
it
at
to the
Armin
slot
wide
back,
open.
And he had him. He found a space in the zone.
Armin was running
And
free.
they call timeout. 12 seconds left. Well executed play by the Panthers.
Armin ran a perfect seam.
He did.
Yep, found his way in space. Timeout South. South now has a chance
Gora
for
made the tackle, but the speedy
points.
Armin finding that space.
Boy, my knee is really getting to be laughable, huh?
Yeah.
That was not a good call by me. I just didn't expect him to be able to move down so quickly.
Coverage?
Yeah, I mean, I just thought that Alvirne was good enough defensively that they could handle it.
Well.
So they're at the 25 now. So they get 19 on that play.
Yeah. Let's see, how old is Dooney, Broncos receiver?
He's
there?
43.
I mean, he's a junior. He's got another season.
He's on he's on the 25-year plan.
Yeah. He's a guy. If you're a quarterback that likes to throw, he's a great target.
You got some college players on this team, I think. We got 2 or 3 that could probably play in college.
Yeah.
No doubt about
Depends
it.
on how much they want.
See, Gora mainly is a wrestler. I think that's his sport.
Oh yeah, I've heard he's a champion.
Yep.
Man in motion, drop 1 step. Keith's got a man
wide
open
open.
down the middle.
God.
Busted coverage. Number 34 is Connor Rousel for the 4th touchdown of the game of the first half for the Panthers.
Oh, wow. Pete Johnson, erase that tape of me saying take a knee, please, with 48 seconds left.
Tom, I'm as stunned as you that this has happened in 42 seconds. 42 seconds.
48.
To drive the field.
They got the ball with 48 seconds left.
I know, there's 6 seconds left in the half.
Right, oh yeah, you're right.
A 42-second drive. Yep. And the extra point is good. 27-0. So the Panthers, realizing the Broncos' worst fears, have asserted their will here in the first half, despite the turnover early. They have spread the wealth, Tom, on the touchdowns. You got Keith, Murphy.
Well, I think the key was the two key plays were
Pompo.
Keith's 24-yard run to start the series.
Yeah.
And then his 19-yard pass to Armin. You know, that really was a big deal. But you got a 25-yard touchdown pass for Keith, who's come alive with the passing game. He's got 2 TD. He's got 2 TD passes in this game.
So that's Tom King. I'm John Collins. We're at halftime here at Stellos.
Not yet.
No, wait, 6 seconds. Sorry. I forgot the downs. I'm sorry. Don't. Forgot the time. 6 seconds. We'll rush it. And with the ball, picking his way through, number 24, that's Porter.
And
Andrew Porter gets to about the 42, and that will do it.
That will do it for the half.
Yeah.
So a potent Nashua South offense, that's the thing, is they have ability to score points. Alvirne right now doesn't, and that's why we've got a 27-0 South lead here at halftime.
It's Tom King. I'm John Collins. Our cameraman, Tim O'Neill. Well, it's like Porter's getting up slowly. Hopefully.
You don't want to get hurt on an end of
that's
half
a rough,
kickoff with 6 seconds left.
No, you don't. It's awful to look at. Hopefully, they're
looks like cramp.
One's a cramp. I hope they both are.
Yeah, there's 2 down, right?
Yeah. We will come back with the second half here at Stellos Stadium after this halftime break.
Hi, I'm Ken Burns. I've been telling America's stories for more than 40 years, and one of the most compelling of those stories is winning the right to vote, exercising that right, and shaping our country's history. In New Hampshire, we have a proud tradition of in-person voting, resulting in our being among the highest voter turnout states in the country. Because of COVID-19, though, this year will be different. Wanting to avoid exposure to the virus, many voters will be reluctant to cast their ballot at crowded polling places. For that reason, New Hampshire law has been changed to allow access to absentee ballots and to register to vote by mail. To request an absentee ballot or registration materials and be able to vote safely and securely, go to the New Hampshire Secretary of State website, sos.nh.gov, or the website of your town or city clerk. Voters can also apply for an absentee ballot in person without crowds by contacting the town or city clerk. For those who do wish to vote at the polling place on Election Day, please wear your mask and follow the measures in place for social distancing and safety. However you choose to vote, the important thing is to vote. Our democracy depends on it. Thank you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Stellos Stadium in Nashua as we get set for the second half of tonight's Friday night football game on October 9 of 2020. It was a close game for a little while. One-score game back in the first quarter, but that's a distant memory now as the Panthers lead 27-0 over the visitors from Alvirne. I'm John Collins along with Tom King, and Tom, they spread the wealth around as far as the scoring. 4 different players scored touchdowns for the Panthers.
Well, actually, 4 different players scored TDs, but Keefe's got a touchdown run and he's got 2 touchdown passes. So he's the story of the night right now.
He's the fantasy points leader.
Yes, he is, in the way he's been playing.
Christopher Keefe.
Yep.
So they mixed it up, the pass and the run. Keefe's got a run, Campo, of course, and then he threw it to Jaden Murphy, and then that blown coverage at the end. What happened there? That pass to Roselle.
Well, I mean, you just said it, John. Somebody blew a coverage. There was no safety over on that side of the field. So, that made a difference.
Yeah, it was just too easy. And that happened in 42 seconds. At one point, Tom was saying that they should take a knee. They're back inside their own. They're on the 10-yard line.
I had no idea they'd be able to drive the ball down.
Well, what happened was that first run by Keefe.
Yeah, that did it. The way that Alvirne had played defense and put pressure on Keefe, you didn't want to see that happen. So what South did to alleviate the pressure was, okay, we'll run the quarterback and get out of trouble. If we can't get any yardage, then we'll punt. Then we'll take the knee and run out the clock. Keefe runs for 24 yards right away. Gets it out to the 33-yard line, and then he's got room to work. And the thing is South protected a lot better, John, on that series of downs. Keefe had time to find Tyler Armeen over for a big 19-yard catch down the seam, and he also had the time to throw with the blown coverage. There was nobody near, no one pressured Keefe the way that they pressured him on that previous drive where they still were able to score. The Alvirne's done a lot of things. They pressured the quarterback, they played decent defense, and they're still down 27-0. Why? Because they're 3 and out or maybe, 6 plays and out or 7 plays and out.
Well, bad news right at the end of the first half there on the kickoff return by Alvirne, Tom. We saw 2 players go down, and I'm watching the opening warm-ups here for the second half. I don't see either number 17 or number 24 in the crew warming up with these guys.
Yeah, Porter's a big loss. I mean,
yeah.
he was on
number
the return.
24.
Yeah, and he was the one that was down the longest.
Yes.
So, and he looked like he needed help.
Yeah.
So that's, a tough play. And I think Tarek Roth knew going in that there was going to be some injuries for him in the first few weeks of this season, given the teams he has to face. And, John, it doesn't get any better. I mean, they go from the frying pan into the fire because they have to host Nashua North next week.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's not going to be good.
Fun times.
Yep.
And Nashua North beat this South team, what was it, 30-7, something like that?
24-7.
24-7.
It was a first game of the year. It looked like the first game of the year the way it was played, but North's got so much back up front, and Curtis Harris and Anthony Green. They all get bigger. They all gotten stronger. They're all better. They're going to be.
Well, at least Curtis Harris will have the courtesy to run around you as opposed to Jason Compo.
Yeah, well, Harris won't run around you on defense. He'll hit you.
Oh, that's true.
So, so that's the thing.
Jason Compo is playing fullback in this game an I-back for this Panther team. He's been running over people. If you missed the first half and you like Earl Campbell, say we back in the day.
Then you watch Jason Compo.
Jason Compo, you're going to love him here in the second half. I don't know how much longer he's going to play. Running time is what, Tom?
35.
35.
So
it's 27-0
that missed
right
extra point hurts us a little bit for running time. But here's the scoring. I mean, Keefe with a 1-yard touchdown plunge, and then he finds an open receiver for a 24-yard TD pass. Jaden Murphy, number 17, and then all of a sudden, South just took over the game from there. They turned an interception into a touchdown on Compo's 9-yard run, and then, of course, that 2-minute drill in 48 seconds where they just marched down the field. Actually, it was 48 seconds, right, when they took this first
48 seconds, and they scored with 6 seconds left.
Right, exactly. 42 seconds to go 91 yards.
And the big plays are those running plays on the near sideline where they got big chunks and they got out of bounds. So, actually, Porter's out there.
He's out there. There he goes.
He didn't participate in the warm-ups, but he received that, and they tried a little bit of
he was sitting
trickery
on that,
there.
He was sitting on that turf for a long time.
Yeah, he was. I guess it was a cramp, and it's good to see that.
Yeah, it is.
Kyle Ferrullo ended up with the football on the flip from Porter, but he didn't go far. Decent field position, just what you might expect in a routine drive here. And as we see, the center takes the ball into the huddle. It's so funny to look down and you see a marker. It's like, sort of like when the golfers put down a coin to mark where the ball's supposed to be. I think that's what's going on with the
I've seen that in the other divisions. I hadn't seen it in D1, but now they're doing it here too.
The whole thing is did not have the officials touch the football.
Right. Or exactly. Right.
Diving up the middle.
17.
Bryant Montgomery, who's 16 on our roster, but he's wearing 17 tonight. And he got a gain of 5 on that. Not too bad on first down for the Broncos. They've been trying that all night without much success, but that time, first down up the middle produced 5. So some options here for Kyle Gora in the shotgun. One-step drop, looking to pass right. Floats it, and it was deflected, it appeared at the line.
Yeah, either that or it came out of his hands wrong.
Either that, or it slipped out of his hand.
Right, because it just didn't have anything. And you know what? If there was somebody up on the line there, they could have picked that off for a pick 6.
Yeah.
That was just floating out there, John.
I'd say what I want here, Tom. I want Thuney to go down 6 yards and turn around. And that's it. He's got the mismatch on the size on the top of your screen. It doesn't even look like Tyler Amin's on him. Oh, he is on him. Okay, Thuney's got it. It's a Wide receiver screen, and he gets down short of the first down.
There's no reason why he couldn't get that.
No, you got to get that.
Yeah,
and you know what? The tackle made slipping in there was Connor Rosell. He blew it up. Armin was over there, but I think Roussel's the one that got to his ankles.
4th down. They may go for it.
Right, they will.
Yeah, they may go for it as well. It's 4th and 2. I mean, he was far short of that. He only got 3 yards on that play. 4th and 2.
Yep.
From the 36.
Not easy. They've been stymied on 4th down a few times tonight, and
35.
here we go. First thing in the third quarter.
I don't think we're going to see a pooch punt here. Nope.
He fakes the pooch punt.
Yeah,
he runs right. A flag's going to fly, and this might bring it back.
Yeah, somebody moved. Somebody moved, and the formation was illegal. One or the other. But you know what, John? Like I said, this is a flag-happy crew.
You know what? I think the near tackle wasn't covered.
That could be.
Yeah.
They're calling that a lot this year.
Yeah. False start. Oh, that hurts. They converted it. It was a good idea. They'd done so many 4th down punts with the quarterback dropping back that he sold a fake.
Well, now you got to kind of kick it, don't you?
Yeah, you do. I mean,
you know,
they're going to make it look like they're going for it, but he's going to do that thing again. And this
time
South's
brings
wise
it,
to it.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
they got a man back, and he's going to be hard pressed to kick it over his head because he's
they're in punt
a
formation.
good 50 yards back. Oh, it's a low liner though. It's going to be hot to handle. Good
One bounce.
Scoop on the bounce. Jaden Murphy trying to find a seam, and he gets wrapped up and taken down by Thuney.
Still a good field position.
Yeah, excellent.
Wasn't a great
position.
kick.
They started the game at the 49 and drove it down for the game's first touchdown, and they're starting the second half not too much different at the 45-yard line, 1st and 10. John Collins along with Tom King. Tim O'Neill's our cameraman upstairs. Our executive producer Pete Johnson back in the studio sending us some scores. Let's see what we got. The latest we had was second quarter score. Bedford 9, Londonderry nothing.
That's the big one right there.
That's a surprise for people.
Yeah, I think so. Bedford.
So far.
Yep.
It's 9-0 early though. It's still first half. Exeter was beating Central 21-7 and Dover over Winnacunnet 21-6 in a Seacoast battle. Campo hasn't been touched until he gets to the deep secondary, and he gets taken down after a gain of 12. Rumbling his way through a wide open gap. Not good news for the Broncos here. How are you going to stop Campos if you get a piece of him in the backfield? And he had a huge running start that time. 1st and 10 for the Panthers.
There's the play action.
Armin in the flat. Trying to beat Porter. Does. Cuts inside. Armin back to the outside. Still on his feet inside the 20. What a play by Tyler Armin. In traffic, getting a big gain.
They do the play action, and it works because Armin had blockers out in front of him when he caught the ball, was able, and he's a good runner with the football, boy. He's coming of age this season. I mean, he's missed some time with injuries, and this is his year.
A 24-yard gain there by Tyler Armin after the reception. I think that was a lateral.
No, that was a forward
pass.
Was
a forward pass?
Yeah, he was in front.
Plowing straight ahead are the Panthers. Campo tackled by, well, it's often Brendan Graham that's doing the tackling, and he did there. Number 84 is about the biggest guy that Alvirne has in the middle, and that's what it takes to bring Campo down. He's got it again, and again it's Graham and get some help, but it's another. That's number 5 and 84, Brendan Graham.
So it should be 1st and goal at around the 7, maybe the 8.
Kyle Gora was in on the tackle too.
You got a 5-yard gain on that. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line.
So it seems like an inevitable thing here that South is going to drive down and score. We'll see.
Keefe on the keeper, and he's in.
Around the corner and in. First time we've seen Keefe go wide like that after faking the handoff up the middle to Campo, and Broncos had to respect the fake to Campo, and it sprung Keefe left side. Good block on the left side by number 18 for the Broncos. Michael Rutstein was really what sprung the quarterback, Tom.
And they'll go for 1, which means we still won't get to running time with
no, not running
8:53
time.
left.
We'll be a point short of it.
Yep. No, you're right. Tom King's not happy, but that's okay.
And that one disappears into the greenery. And Wilson's been good in all but one of his extra point kicks tonight, and that's the difference that Tom just mentioned. 34-0. The Panthers are out in front. And they'll kick it off again for the, what about the 7th time tonight, including the opening kick, second half kick.
It is their 5th touchdown, so this will be the 7th time. You're right.
Yep. So back to receive for the Broncos, Anthony Ferrullo and Kyle Ferrullo, both juniors. The Ferrullo twins, I assume? Don't know. It's a lot of people to keep track of for Tom King.
Sure are.
Times 20 sports, times 20 years. You remember a lot of them, though. I'll give you credit. You remember a lot of names.
And forget a lot of names, too.
Yeah,
you know, it's hard.
Wrote a lot of them down. Wilson bounds it to about the 15, and it's picked up by Anthony Ferrullo, and up the middle of the field. Good return by Anthony Ferrullo.
Sure is. Wow. I thought he was going to break it.
Almost did. And it's Anthony Ferrullo with the carry to the 49-yard line. Pretty good. Finally brought him down. He almost broke at the distance. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Graham is another tight end I see with a great size. He's on the line to the left. He's going to throw to Graham. No, he's going to hold it. Gore up the middle. Good gain on 1st down. Although Campo makes him pay the price. Even the wrestler like Kyle Gore is going to feel that one, huh?
Yeah, but we got a flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
Well,
no.
Picked it up.
Yep.
He had it down there. He bent down and picked it up.
It wasn't me. I'm just going, my color guy saw a flag. I beg to differ. Might have saw a mouthpiece flying. I don't know. That's Thuney. He got half a step, but again, Gore trying to be too fine. I think he could just throw it directly into the pile, Tom. You don't need to lead him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, exactly. You know, but
just throw it right at both of them and let
him make
the play with those big hands.
Yeah, let him fight for it.
Yeah, because there's been a few times
you
where
know what they don't do with him is they don't run a seam.
Right.
He's big enough to run a seam down the middle of the field.
You could do that too, but you could just
I think when you run a seam, you've got more room. You know, you got more room to play with.
Yeah. Just can't overthrow.
So it's 3rd and 6 here.
Give him a chance, you know.
Right. I mean, it's 2-down territory, no doubt about it. Oh, see, that's what happens. They try to fake and motion and everything else, and things go awry, and we got another penalty. Yep.
Ton of penalties against the Broncos tonight. So, 1 to go 3rd quarter, and that has interrupted the Bronco drive after the great run back by Anthony Ferrullo. Broncos becoming their own worst enemy again, and it's going to be 3rd down and 11. Ball back on their half of the field. And just about everybody thinking Gore is going to throw this one. Let's see if the protection can hold. He's gone with the 1-step drop many times. Does it again. He's going to run it. He's got some room. Gore to the right, trying to stiff arm the tackler.
And he does.
Gets away.
He gets the 1st down.
And that was the key.
Yep. Oh, and flags.
A hit out of bounds that might tack on 15.
Sure will.
Unless you're talking about one of the sideline. Another one. And that one is probably offsetting. That was probably verbal. And
oh boy, these
all
guys,
kinds of laundry.
These guys love their laundry.
I don't think
really
anybody
do.
has a hanky in their pocket still, do they?
No, I mean, I've done a lot of games this year. There haven't been this many penalties. And this is, I think, John, part of this is the crew. It's not just the kids. This is the crew.
Yellow flags galore here, and we're trying to sort this out. Tim O'Neill getting us zoomed in on the officials.
I think the scoreboard's got a better depiction.
They got an animated.
Yeah, I think they have a better depiction about what's going on.
Slightly derogatory animation.
So dead ball foul on South, dead ball foul on Alvirne. So all of that will just leave it where it is, and Cora will have a first down at the 40, where are they going to mark it? 39, 40-yard line? 39-yard line. Ooh. We have an ejection with the Broncos. I don't know who they lost, but we'll find out, right?
We will.
Yep.
Somebody might be doing the walk of shame pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
1st and 10, though, after all that. Alvirne's drive is still alive thanks to that fine Gora run in the open field that ended up out of bounds on the far sideline in the yellow snowstorm. But now we are still not ready to resume. And Tim O'Neill zooming in on this latest huddle on the far sideline. Still
well,
third quarter.
They're trying to figure out or trying to talk about, you know, the ejection.
Tom, just imagine if we were running time, the game would be over now.
Well, no, you know what? That is the fault of the running time rule in football. That it does not take into account penalties.
Oh, doesn't, right?
No, and
I
think that needs to be changed.
It would already be the fourth quarter.
Right. I think it's seriously. I do think it needs to be changed. In hockey,
and that's said by somebody who likes to see the game speed along.
Yeah, in hockey, you don't stop the clock when there's penalties.
Gora trying to go back to the well on the keeper. Not much there though on first down.
He got 4 yards. He got a gain. He just didn't get 12 yards like before. So it's second down at 6. I'd give him 4. Well, 3. I guess 3.
And with that, the down marker guy, just the ball marker guy, just moved it back almost like 2.
Oh, God.
It's tough going for Alvirne.
Well, it's tough because you don't see the football.
All right, now
that's why it's tough.
It's
you
not
don't
even
see
our
it
mean
for the
over
marker.
Here
For the marker,
you got to throw it to this guy over here, Dooney. No, what is
had him?
Look at Tom. Look at the matchup here near side.
Right.
That's not even our mean right now. Who is that? Number 9.
Yeah, but John, you know what? You still would want to lead the receiver there. You know why?
Well, you don't want to go that way. You want to go this side.
Well, you know why? Well,
Dooney.
no. I mean, if Tooney can catch up to that, he's got a touchdown.
No, that isn't Dooney. I'm talking on this side of the
receiver,
field. The near side of the
right,
field.
Right, you want to go over
foot.
here.
Yeah,
but on that pass play, if he could catch up, that was a perfect pass. The receiver needs to be able to catch that.
I agree. But it was a lower percentage than this matchup right here in front of you.
You're right.
And Gora gets to about the 30.
Yep. He gets the 5 yards back, and now it's 4th down and about 2 at the 30-yard line. Obviously, 4 down.
It's killing me that they're not throwing the ball.
I know it is.
I mean, it's just it's free money. But that said, Gora does have him 4th and short. That was not an unproductive play. He's got close to the first down yardage, but 4th down's been troublesome for the Broncos tonight.
Matchup again. He's on this side.
And the handoff and in the backfield, southpaw.
Yep.
Yeah. That was 17 on the carry for Bryant Montgomery. Got swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Great penetration by the Panthers. Credit the Purple defense for getting the job done again on 4th down.
Another player is down for the Broncos. And probably another cramp, you hope.
Yeah, that was the ball carrier, Montgomery.
Yep.
And yeah, they're holding his
that's the cramp drill.
right leg.
That's the cramp drill when they stretch you out and they move you back. And they'll get him up and off. He'll have a tough time getting off, but he'll be back on the field at some point, I'm sure. Now he's starting to walk as it's loosening up. 6:16 to play, and it's 34-0 in favor of Nashua South. One more touchdown by South, or one more, or a field goal. Anything that's 35 and over in the differential, and you'll see the clock not stop except for penalties and scores. In my mind, they ought to take away the penalties and the scores and keep the clock running the whole time. Injury is the only thing they should stop for, but that's not the running time that they have in football.
Back on offense, the Panthers. The handoff to Campo, rumbling around tackle. And he gets a big chunk on first down. About 7 yards. 2nd and 3.
2nd down and 3 for the Panthers.
Christopher Keefe, the starting quarterback, still out there, and Campo does come off. And let's see, Cody Good is out there at running back, number 33.
Yeah, I think that may be it for Campo on the night. I mean, 34-0, 5:35 to play, no reason. I mean, they got Merrimack next week if Merrimack's healthy.
Cody Good cuts through the middle, gets the first down, and a lot more.
That's a nice run by Good, boy. You know what he did on that play? He stayed straight up, John. Stayed straight up and just followed his blockers.
Yeah. Shaken up a little bit on the play was offensive lineman Matthew Harding. But he looks like he's going to stay out there, number 56.
Yep, the B team is in now, I think, pretty much. Is Keefe still quarterbacking?
He is.
Yes, he is,
Yeah.
yep.
Handoff,
He won't be throwing now.
Armin cutting it to the right. A couple of nice moves, stiff arm.
Gotta be careful, boy. You see that leg extend like that, you always worry about a knee or a hyperextension.
Colin Prescott on the tackle. 34-0 South here in the 3rd quarter, 5 minutes remaining. As Jaden Murphy's in motion. Murphy with the handoff, off left tackle, slips the tackle. Murphy's loose down the sideline, the 20, the 10, the flag behind the play. Jaden Murphy is in, but this looks like it's going to come back because of the flag.
Yep, flag's at the 40-yard line.
Back on the 40-yard line.
Holding against the Panthers is going to bring back a 40-yard touchdoon run.
So now the guy who did the hold, he's running laps on my street, okay?
Yeah, because that not only stopped a 40-yard touchdown run, but stopped Tom King's running time.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's extra laps.
Yeah.
Well, it was certainly sealed off on the far side, and I only hope for the Panthers that that was a key hold that sprung the ball carrier, because if it wasn't necessary, it's even a worse transgression.
20. Right, 1st and 20 at the 50.
There you go. Right down the middle of the field here at Stellos. 1st and 20. Handoff.
Keefe, no.
Number 9 around the side is Lorenzo Abreu. Abreu got nice yards on first down.
Yeah, you got a lot of that back. You got out of rounds at the 35-yard line. You got 15 yards.
Gain. Wow.
Pick up about 15 on the play. 2nd down
And they're letting the ball stay there, John. They're marking the ball now.
I would be interesting to know how many yards per carry South has gotten as a team. I mean, it's definitely somewhere around 10 yards a carry.
This is Keefe.
Keefe keeps it. It's between 5 and 10 yards a carry, I think they've averaged in tonight's game.
Tackle number 85, Mike Champo.
Mike Champo on the tackle. Champo's been involved in a lot of the defensive plays tonight. As Keefe looks to the sideline for his next play call. He's got Abreu there in the right slot. He's also got a 3rd down call here.
Yeah,
Yeah. Cody Good is the lone running back, and Good is going to block for a keeper by Keefe. Around the right side, he's got a first down. Third down and 2, and he got more than he needed. Casual jaunt to the right.
The other thing we have to stop here are the out-of-bounds runs.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, we've got the
They're
opposite
killing
running
us.
time.
Exactly.
We've got stopping time.
Eighth play of this drive.
Yep. It's going to be a quick fourth quarter, though, if this drive keeps going, because they'll be getting more than enough for the running time. There's a kind of a busted play.
Yeah, it was. And Keith makes the most of it. Look at this.
And it's a cutback to the left. That's Karsten Lemire. Karsten Lemire is almost in. Did he fumble into the end zone? What do we have to call? Is it a touchback?
No,
Touchdown, they say. He broke the plane. He broke the plane.
Yep. So that wasn't Keith. Boy, it sure looked like it for a second, but you're right. When you saw the number, it was number.
And from Coach Roby here, his observation, Tom, fumble at the 1. It's either across the line or he fumbled on the 1 and it was recovered. And now there might be, is there any discussion?
There is.
That is a play that if you did have video replay, you'd definitely be looking at that. But they do not in high school sports. There is a discussion in the middle of the line. There's a discussion. Touchdown. We will be able to see that one again, by the way, Tom, on Nashua TV. So
that's right. We're about a minute behind on our monitor, right?
No, we actually, unfortunately, we're not. We're right on time.
Oh,
so,
okay.
It happened above me as you saw it at home. And it was Karsten Lemire with the carry, and it looked like River Hart picked it up in the end zone. And the kick is
no good. I don't think.
Wilson's kick is
no good.
But that touchdown run
it's 40-0 though. 40-0. What if River Hart is related to Jake Hart, my buddy from baseball? Back in the day.
Could be, right?
Yeah,
I know Jake.
You know Jake. He owns the
yeah.
indoor baseball facility.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's listed as number 14 in the roster. He picked up the ball in the end zone, so even if it was a fumble, it was probably recovered by Nashua, I think. It was not a turnover anyway. So that made the discussion moot. Might even have to check on that. I'm sure you will, Tom, but who got credit for that touchdown?
Yeah, who got credit for the touchdown or not? Yeah.
It looked like Meyer actually got tackled on the 1, but the ball was picked up in the end zone. But maybe he broke the plane. So Evan Wilson will kick off for the 9th time tonight. To the right, to the left, and down. Ferrullo, Anthony Ferrullo.
21 Anthony Ferrullo.
Tackled by Landon Moore.
Up by number 44.
Number 44.
Landon Moore. And number 21, Tyler Armin. Broncos will set up shop 1st and 10 from their own 28.
First and 10. Broncos with their second unit out there. Handoff around the right side for Colin Prescott. Prescott turns the corner. Picks up maybe 3 or 4.
Ball carried by number 10, Colin Prescott. Pickup of about 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6 from the 32.
Just one of those nights where you know that there's just too much different differential in speed, size, and everything else.
Yeah. So Alvirne, 2nd and 6. That's Zachary Peters, sophomore quarterback, calling the signals currently.
Ball carry number 40, Joseph Ryback. Tackle number 33, Cody Good. Number 53, Jake O'Connor. No gain on the play.
No gain, so it's going to be 3rd down and 6 for the Alvirne offense. Throwing to the left, completing the pass. Colin Prescott on the reception from Zach Peters. Tackle made in the left flat by Andres Ortiz. As sophomore football players doing battle here late in this one. A 40-0 South advantage, as you can see. They're still in the 3rd quarter with running time now, as Zach Peters has the play call from the sideline. 4th down and 1.
And they'll go for it, as they know the 2nd unit for South is going to be out there, as it was earlier.
As the Panthers fill the box looking for the sneak, they will go off tackle, and it'll be stopped short. Leading the charge for South was number 53, Jake O'Connor. And nothing doing on 4th and 1 for the Broncos, so the Panthers have it.
You lose 3 yards.
Yep. Well, what was the, I believe, the last play of the 3rd quarter?
It should be. Yep. And the other thing too is the clock won't stop when they try to, on 1st downs. You know, when they move the chains, usually they stop the clock. In high school football, they won't do that here. And they will run it down, and we have played 3 quarters at Stellos Stadium, and the score at Nashua South 40 and Alvirne 0. And again, John, I'll stay with it. Alvirne just, they should not be up here.
Yeah, Tom, I mean, I'm sure some people probably missed the opening that you had.
Yeah.
What were you saying about Alvirne in Division I?
Just don't think that this is where they belong, and I think that they think it's not where they belong, but they were placed here. They had no choice, and this is not what they want. So, they were in a good situation in Division II. Yeah, very competitive division. They wouldn't have had a good year in Division II this year. They would have lost probably. They would have lost, had a losing record maybe, or a 500 record this year in Division II, depending on how many games they play. But at the same time, they would have been much more competitive. You wouldn't see too many 40-0 games.
Tom, Bedford was leading Londonderry 20-7 with a few minutes, 20-0 with a few minutes left in the first half. The Lancers got on the board late on a 1-yard score, and it's 20-7 at the half. Bedford leads Londonderry.
Yeah, still, that's this is a Londonderry team that has been defending state champions and everything else. They beat their rivals Pinkerton for the second time in a row.
Yeah, Londonderry was fortunate to score in the first half. 18 seconds left when they got that touchdown run. So they'll have a second half comeback. They'll try run around the Lemire. Yep. Who we believe scored once already. Lemire, good-looking runner, 6'1", 160-pound sophomore. Quarterback of the future for the Panthers.
Yeah, they have Rutstein too. Although Rutstein is kind of getting big enough that he's probably moved out of he can play quarterback, but he's gotten big enough that maybe they can use him in other positions, and they like this guy. So a lot of options. One thing that Scott Knight always does, he always looks ahead, always looking down the road.
Yeah. Tomorrow night here at Stellos, Bishop Girton takes on Nashua North. And Curtis Harris, the Curtis Harris Lopez show. Handoff, cutting it back, up the middle, or Lorenzo Abreu.
9, Lorenzo Abreu on the carry.
Junior running back. Tough to tackle by mostly these sophomores out there for Alvirne, and he gets the first down.
Tackle by number 10, Colin
So it's
Prescott.
1st and 10, ball at the 20.
And number 76, Vinny Macchioni. Result of that play good for Nashua South. First down.
Vinny Macchioni's in there, junior defensive lineman.
Nice Irish name.
Plugging up the middle, they'll run away from him, and Lemire gets dragged down at the 15 by number 15.
Again on the
Is that
carry.
Lemire or Lemire, John?
Good question.
I'd say it's Lemire.
I'll go with that, Lemire.
15, Jordan Koulis.
Jordan Koulis.
Second down and 5.
Jacob Bradshaw also out there for the Broncos. Jacob Bradshaw, number 15, a young man of many hats, quarterback, wide receiver, defensive back, and linebacker. That time he looked like a linebacker. Dragged down Lemire. 2nd and 5. 9.5 minutes left to go in the game. As running time is in effect. 40-0. South trying to add to that lead by the way of the running game. Good stick in the backfield, and the ball carrier dropped for a loss by number 22. Eric Allard does the Doug Flutie numerals proud. Eric Allard, number 22, is also a kicker for the Broncos.
And we got a flag down, of course.
Yep. Ball carrier for South was Ryan Salemi.
Dead ball foul is what I thought I heard him say.
What is that?
It's declined. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's declined. Well, that's the thing is, John, with flag happy crews, they're going to come up with penalties that you never heard of before. So
Penalties I never heard of before.
That's what
Let
you
me see.
have. Signals and things like that you never even knew existed. Lemire's gonna
Keeper,
run again.
Lemire, has good blocking down to the 5, another 7-yard line maybe. They'll mark him out at the 8. First down for the, and goal to go for the Panthers. With just under 9 minutes of running time remaining in the game. First and goal for South.
Just a goal at about the 8.
We'll try to find out what that signal was, because I'm intrigued.
You do that.
First goal to go from the 8.
I'm going to watch the clock tick.
All right, and that is a carry inside the pylon?
I don't think so. I'd say out at the 1.
I'm going to throw the red flag, Tom. I think he's in. I'm kidding. Although,
how could you tell? There's cheerleaders right in front of it.
The pylon's down, and I think the ball carrier did it. That's the only thing. I mean,
And there were 5 bodies there.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Number 67.
But it went right over it. Goal to go from the 1. Let's see who gets the honors here for the Panthers. It's going to be handoff to number 40, and Salemi. Ryan in for the touchdown. It is the 8th touchdown of the game today for the Purple Panthers.
And that does stop the clock.
Yep.
So,
No, that's the 7th touchdown, right?
7th,
7
yep.
times, yeah.
so they missed 2 extra points. So
Right.
they'll be 2 shy of 7 times 7, 49. So, and we've got a Bronco who is leaving the field, injured. He's coming over for some training help. Looking to get somebody out there for the PAT. And here they go.
It is through. 47-0 is the score with 7:27 left in the fourth quarter and in the game. So the best I can come up with on my referee cheat sheet, when you make a karate chop directly away from your chest, is counts. C-O-U-N-T-S. Counts. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, neither do I, and neither do they, John. They just like to call it. That's all.
Yeah.
You know.
Portsmouth Oyster River up 7-6 in the fourth quarter over Spalding, and Dover all over Winnicott at 28-6.
Wow, that is a surprise. Dover Winnicott 28-6 at the half. That is a surprise to me because Winnicott has had a good year, and they beat Exeter early in the season. That is a big surprise.
Yeah.
The Dover program is back. They were really hurting for numbers a couple of years ago. Football is a numbers game. Football's a numbers game, John, and I think and hockey is the same way.
Wilson to tee it up for the Panthers.
That's why my advice to Riviere, when you can read that in a column I wrote for this weekend, is just make sure you recruit and get enough numbers.
Yeah.
Don't go with a small team that you have to skate 2 lines with, and it just doesn't work. You lose games 18-0 and things like that in hockey. Daniel Webster women had that problem when they played. So the return goes out to near midfield, and at the 40-yard line, and Alvirne will start. I don't know if South thinks that they're going to give them about a 10-yard cushion the way they were lining up.
Yeah, way back.
Yeah, you got the.
They're in the prevent.
Yeah, no kidding, huh? Wow.
Now they're up on the ball. 1st and 10 for the Broncos. And their quarterback, Zachary Peters, back to pass. The right-hander flings it over to the far sideline, but over the head of intended receiver Colin Prescott, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Watching that clock to make sure West keeps it ticking, I'll tell you.
Tom's Yankees in a death battle with the Tampa Bay Rays tonight in baseball.
Shouldn't even be there. I mean, ridiculous maneuver they pulled in game 2. They end up costing their season.
With that starter.
Yeah, the opener.
The opener, the taking the page out of Tampa Bay's book, and it backfired.
Yeah, it did.
So Panthers swarming the ball carrier. Colin Prescott not able to turn the corner there. It's going to be 3rd and long for Alvirne. And the NBA season probably going to come to an end.
You'd think
tonight.
so.
Yeah.
You would think
Yeah,
so.
I think
Although
so.
the Heat still have
Which means that
they got a fighting. They have they've got a competitive spirit that has gotten them to the finals. So wait and see what happens there. You never count it until it's done.
Are they going to delay the start of next season or what?
Yes.
I mean, they are. Okay.
Obviously, yeah. I mean, the next season would be starting in 2 weeks.
It would be.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh wow.
Hockey is supposed to start around January 1. That's their
That
target
makes
date.
sense.
That's their target date.
Okay. Big throw, nice throw down the field, but the receiver didn't really locate the ball. That was Jeffrey Nichols.
That's tough. You've got the JV team basically out here. How much do they practice together and get their timing down and all of that.
Yeah.
4:39 left to play in the football game and a 47-0 game. So we expect more of that, 4th and 8, and I'm sure that they'll go for it. And then Nashua South will just run their offense basic vanilla. Just a whole different deal.
Tom, Peters texted me, Oil City Oilers 60. Titusville Rockets 0 at the half.
That's good. I'm glad.
OC is my alma mater.
There you go. In Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. 60-0 at halftime. Now that's what I call
That's
running
news.
time.
Oh my gosh. That is a score right there.
That is what I call running time.
The Oil City Oilers. Is there any question
That sounds like a Texas team.
what
Oil
is going
City.
on in Oil City?
Yeah, no kidding, huh? You know what's going on in Oil City, John? They're cooking with gas.
Nice.
Which I hope to be in about 3 hours after I get my work done.
Beautiful. Good
Maybe.
for you.
It's cold. It's cold out today,
Yeah,
so
it
maybe I
is.
might wait. I might wait till tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, maybe.
I heard it's not going to be this cold tomorrow.
No, it's 77 during the day tomorrow.
Wow.
So, yeah. So,
Beautiful.
and then down in the 60s on Sunday.
Okay.
And then it goes downhill from there, I believe.
Right.
We get rain
This will
next
be
week.
the last 70s.
We get
probably
rain
we'll
next
see.
week, which may be remnants of that storm that's down in Louisiana right now.
All right, Delta. Handoff. And a wrappage in the backfield as Cody Good had the carry, and number 27, number 22, Eric Allard.
By number 22 for the Broncos, that was Eric Allard. Pick up a 2 on the play.
2.5 minutes to go now.
Next week,
South isn't all that interested in putting more points up, Tom. If it happens, it happens, but I'm sure they're just going to hand the ball off.
I think they'll just
2 or 3
hand
more
it off
times.
and see what happens.
Yeah.
You know?
As you said, South will be moving on to, who did you say is playing next?
South will.
Yeah.
We will be here next Friday night
Next
for
Friday.
South Merrimack.
Merrimack. Okay, there's a
And
battle.
that would be Merrimack returning.
Yeah.
You know, after a 2-week layoff because they did not play last Friday night when we were scheduled to do them against North, and they're not playing tonight against Salem. So because of COVID concerns, they were quarantined and had to take 2 weeks. And from what I understand, the last time I checked, which was middle of the week, the target date for Merrimack to return to practice is tomorrow, Saturday, October 10th.
So Alvirne, Nashua's got a tall receiver of their own down here
Yeah,
at the bottom
they
of
do.
the screen.
Bottom of the screen, right?
Let's see, that's
I hope they don't throw
Eden
it.
Damus, who's also a backup quarterback.
Lanier is going to run. And a good block.
Yeah.
It's a first down, minute 16 to play.
Eden Damus is listed at 6'1". I think he grew since the roster came out. Well, there are the underclassmen on the field. Under a minute. South.
6'1", but he can't be more than 130 soaking wet.
True.
Yeah, he's very, very thin.
And the handoff. Tackle made. And what probably is our second to last play of the
Yeah, I
game.
think the last play will be a knee, and I'll be making the trip down. John
All right.
Collins, we will see you tomorrow night.
Unfortunately for you, you will
Yes,
see me tomorrow night,
no,
Tom.
one more time.
Good job. All right. That's Tom King. Our cameraman tonight has been Tim O'Neill, our executive producer, Pete Johnson. I'm John Collins. Thanking you for watching. Thanking also to spotter Bill Thorpe, public address announcer Jason Roby. We'll be back here tomorrow night for North against Bishop Girton. And hopefully, I'm sure it will be, a much closer game to bring you on Nashua ETV. So from Mata Field at Stellos Stadium, enjoy your Friday night, everybody. Enjoy a beautiful weather Saturday that is on tap. And good night from Stellos Stadium in Nashua, everybody.